Welcome back, everybody. We are starting a new unit with some Chinese New Year and Asian music. But before we get started, let's go ahead and do our brain break. You should have just done your welcome song. So let's do our brain break. Make sure you have lots of room. Be careful.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening, but they caught it expert timing. Now a funky Chinaman from Chinatown. They were chopping them up. They were chopping them down. The nation Chinese art. Everybody knew their part. From a painting to a strip and a teaching from the hip. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening, but they taught it expert timing. There was funky Billie Jean and Little Sammy John. Here comes the big ball. Let's get it on. We took the bow and made a stand. Started swaying with the hand. Sudden motion made me skip. Now we're into a brand new trick. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening, but they did it with expert timing. Oh yeah. Keep on, keep on, keep on, keep on. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. Make sure you have the expert timing. Kung fu fighting and the feet fast as lightning.
All right, great job. Go ahead and have a seat. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Put your hand over your heart. If your heart is racing, I want you to slow it down. We want a slow, steady beat. We want the dump, the dump, the dump. So we need to breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. Very good. So today's learning targets, you will be able to say, I can recall information about our composer of the week. I believe it is pronounced Nie Er, but I'm not positive. I can explain what Chinese New Year is. I can keep a steady beat and sing in Chinese. I can describe Chinese music. I can make connections to the Chinese video we watched and what we learned today. So this is our composer, and I'm not exactly sure how to say his name. I don't know if it's Nie Er or Nie Er or Nie Er, but I'm going to do the best I can pronouncing it. He was born February 14th, 1912, and he died July 17th, 1935. I did not see any information about how he passed away. Maybe my research people that have been looking up stuff for me when I forget to look them up, maybe you guys can figure that out. But I forgot to find how he passed away. I don't think there was anything when I looked. He is a Chinese composer from Yunnan in South China, and we'll take a little virtual field trip there in just a second. He is also known as George, and I don't know if you pronounce it Nigel. At the age of 6, He went to school and started learning how to play all sorts of different traditional Chinese instruments, and he even became the conductor of the children's orchestra. And again, a conductor is a person who uses their arms to show the beat and to cue different musicians in by pointing. So he was so good that he got to be the conductor of the whole orchestra. And then in high school, he learned how to play violin and piano. And then when he was 19, he started composing his own music. And remember, composing or composer means that they make music for musicians. So that's why we're studying about him. So at 19, he started composing music. And then when he was 23, he started his own orchestra. So that's pretty impressive. I think you're going to love this. Not that. Let's try this again. This is one of his compositions. And I have to start it. So give me a second. I got to start a little later because it's a lot of clapping at the beginning. Oh. All right, I know you were probably really enjoying that, and if that's something you want to look up later on a device that's not through Rockdale County Schools, because it will be blocked on YouTube for you, but if you have a device that is not through our school system and you have permission, always ask your family first if it's okay, but you can find this song. It's called Dance of the Golden Snake, and I absolutely love it. I wish we could listen to the whole 10 minutes, but we got other things to get to. And I'm sure you noticed that there are a bunch of instruments there that you may not have ever seen before, and we're going to be learning about them in the next few weeks to come. All right, we got to do our vocal warm-up. Are you ready?
Tempo. Applause, everybody. Good job.
All right, I'm loving that. I hope you're loving it too. All right, we've got to do our rhythms. Again, that's a toe. It's a half note. You can do ta, that's fine, but I like toe. You've got your eighth notes, your TTs. You got your quarter notes, your ta, and your quarter rest, which is silent, so you shh. And again, your half rest, half hat, half notes get 2 beats, so a half rest where we don't play gets 2 shushes. All right, great job. I hope those are getting easier and easier every week. All right, so this should kind of be a review for you because we've been doing Chinese New Year every single year. And if you're new and you haven't done this, that's totally okay. But we are going to do some different stuff this year. But what is Chinese New Year? Anybody have any guesses? When is it celebrated? Where is it celebrated? All right, so we're going to answer those questions today. And first, let's just look at where China is. China is here, and I just realized we did not take our virtual field trip. Give me just a second. I have got it right here to see where your composer is from. I apologize. He is from Yunnan, and look how beautiful that is. And you know, our last composer was from Paris, France, and that we said was a big major city because it had all sorts of buildings and people everywhere. Well, this is the opposite. This is mountains and green. If I, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Well, if I zoom in, let me go back to Yunnan. There we go. If I zoom in, you are not going to see a bunch of houses. As a matter of fact, you are going to have a hard time finding a house because it's all mountains. So it's probably just mountains and villages and green. Okay, so if you wanted to go visit there, and we are studying China, so there's China right there. It's pretty big. All right, but if you wanted to go visit, did not like that. All right, so we live over here. You would probably go around that way, right? Because it's on the other side of the earth and the earth is round. So we would probably fly to California and then from California, fly to China. But if you just want to see how far it is the long way, we are here and then we go all the way over here. Say hi, Paris in Germany. We've already studied you all the way over here to China. There we go. So that's where we are studying, is in China this week. And let me pull your slideshow back up. All right, so there it is. We said it's all the way over here. And here is a closer one. You have Beijing. Can you say Beijing? Shanghai. Say Shanghai. Okay. And Taiwan. You can say Taiwan. And there's a couple of other places there that you may have heard of, but those are probably the most popular. And so we're going to watch a very short video on what on earth is Chinese New Year.
Every winter, a sixth of the world's population.
You know what, guys, let me turn your volume up because I'm not sure why that is so quiet. Let's try this again. Here we go.
Every winter, a sixth of the world's population, including more than 1 billion Chinese citizens, celebrate Chinese New Year. The 15-day festival, also known as Lunar New Year or the Spring Festival, kicks off on the second new moon after the winter solstice. Or, according to the Gregorian calendar, in use since the 16th century, sometime between January 21st and February 19th. But Chinese New Year goes back a lot further than the 16th century. It's based on the ancient Chinese existed as the 14th adopted the Western calendar in 1912 and began marking January 1st as the official start of the year. Chinese New Year remains the country's most important social and economic holiday. Over the centuries, holiday festivities have spread far beyond China and now take place all over the world. In fact, the biggest celebration outside of China takes place in the United States, San Francisco to be exact. Ever since the gold 1840s and 50s brought an influx of Chinese immigrant workers to Northern California, the city has held a massive parade for Chinese New Year. According to Chinese tradition, each year is named for one of the 12 animals associated with the Chinese Zodiac. Two of those animals, the dragon and the rabbit, are particularly important to Chinese New Year. You'll see dragons everywhere because the Chinese are said to have descended from the mythical creature. And on the 15th day of the new year, known as the Festival of Lanterns, many people display paper lanterns in the shape of rabbits. These symbolize a Chinese goddess named Chang'e, who is said to have brought a rabbit along with her when she jumped on the moon. To prepare for Chinese New Year, lots of people clean out their houses to rid them of ghosts and bad luck associated with the old year. They might get a new haircut and clothes, settle disagreements, or pay off debts in order to start the year fresh. In this way, the Chinese New Year customs resemble the Western custom of New Year's resolutions. In the late night hours of Chinese New Year's Eve, many families make dumplings together. This food is said to bring good fortune to the household. Long noodles are also a traditional Chinese New Year's dish. But if you want to live a long life, never cut the noodles while eating them. And be sure to wear red, the color of good luck, and avoid black, which many people associate with death. Whether they are superstitions or resolutions, one thing's for sure, there's a lot of tradition associated with Chinese New Year that we bet you didn't know.
All right, so that brought up a couple of, we'll come back to that. That brought up a couple of different things that hopefully you made connections to. I hope that you saw how we might celebrate New Year's Eve could be very similar to how they celebrate their New Year's. Maybe you have a big party, probably not this year because of COVID, you didn't, but maybe you normally have a big party and you have food and special food. You make something special just for New Year's. I know in my family on New Year's, we normally make a lot of fried seafood. You might have fireworks on New Year's Eve. They have fireworks. They might make New Year's resolutions and you might make New Year's resolutions. So there's a lot of things that are common between us, and I want you to see those similarities. And there also might be differences. There might be things that they do that you don't do. So I want you to be making connections to that. And we're going to take a brain break because I think we need one. So go ahead and stand up.
감추지 못하게 해 남자들의 분위 여자들의 간식 유머를 자신감이 불만해 난 보란 듯이 너무나도 뻔뻔히 네 몸속에 파고드는 알레르기 이상한 정신에 술렁이는 천지 오늘 여기 무법지 불을 질러 심장을 태워 널 미치게 하고 싶어 B.I.G. Yeah we bring like this 모두 다 같이 손 맞은 것처럼 Bang 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 돌고 돌아 너와 나 이곳은 발라 찬양하라 더 울려 퍼지게 We go hard boy 신번 밤새 달려 죽지 법 이 노래는 거지처럼 신이 나 불러라 심청 겁이면 소리 눈마송의 멜로디 먼저 결국 사방팔방 어방가 사뿐한 고백 난 불을 질러 심장을 태워 날 미치게 하고 싶어 비아지 Every day like this 모두 다 같이 손 맞은 것처럼 Bang 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 자 혼자 말아 자 혼자 말아 오늘 밤 끝장 보자 자 끝장 봐 오늘 밤 끝장 보자 Bang bang bang
All right, we're going to stop it there because we've got a ton to get through. I love that one. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to see what it's really like to be in China for Chinese New Year. So while you're trying to breathe and catch your breath from that, let's just enjoy what it's like at Chinese New Year's in China.
Hello, we're in Chinatown for the Chinese New Year street celebration. A lot of Chinese people live here. There are big markets here. I'll try this. Try this? Yeah. Yes. Oh, there are lots of things to buy. Oh, it's like a Abby, look. You want that stuff? There's lots going on today. Oh my God. We're going to Chinese school now. We're watching my sister Katie doing a Chinese dance. Now it's my turn. We love dancing. We had a brilliant time. Do you remember I made a good luck message for my mum? Well, I'm going to give it to her now. I hope she likes it. Here you go, Mummy. I made this for you.
Yeah, thank you, Abby.
Happy New Year.
Year. Hổ
It's a
làng.
good luck message.
Hay你寫㗎係嘛
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
It's time to go and watch the parade. It's really busy and everyone's getting ready for the big parade. The parade has started. There are big pretend lions, unicorns and dragons. They are like big puppets. Can you see the people underneath them? Look, there's the unicorn. The flags are really colourful. Look, there's the lion. Everybody's waiting for the dragon to arrive. Dragons are made up creatures. They are powerful and friendly, and they bring us good luck. After the parade, we have firecrackers. They bring good luck and are meant to keep bad things away. Sometimes they make me jump. Firecrackers are very noisy and smoky. We had a brilliant time. Happy New Year! It's great to celebrate. Bye!
Find out when.
All right, so I hope that
Yeah.
also showed you what it's kind of like to be at a Chinese New Year festivity. So we're going to learn the Chinese version of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and I am going to let you see what it looks like written out in Chinese, and then what I have done is written it out the way it sounds. So here it is, written out in Chinese. I would not even begin to know how to read that. Maybe some of you do, which is awesome. I would love to learn Chinese. But here is the translation. So kind of similar to our Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It's translated a little bit differently. So we're going to learn how to sing it. So I'm going to go first. Again, this is how I've written it out, as how it sounds. So that's not the way it sounds or is written out. So my turn first. Yi shen, yi shen. Can you do that with me? Ready, go. Yi shen, yi shen. Good. Now it's my turn. Long ching ching. Your turn. Long ching ching. We're going to put that first sentence together. My turn first. Yi shen, long ching ching. All right, sing it with me. Ready? Yi shen, long ching ching. All right, line. Men tian dou xin. Can you sing that with me? Men tian dou xin. Then my turn. Zhao qing qing. Can you sing that? Zhao qing qing. That X is pronounced zhao. Okay? So you've got men tian dou xin zhao qing qing. Can you sing that with me? Men tian dou xin zhao qing qing. All right, let's sing it together from the beginning. Ready? Yi shen, long qing qing. Men tian dou xin zhao qing qing. Very good. Now, if you notice, this is the same as the ending. So we just have this little bit to learn. So this is Gua zai tian con. Can you do that with me? Gua zai tian con. Good. Then it's Fang Guang Ming. Do that with me. Fang Guang Ming. Let's do it together. Gua zai tian con Fang Guang Ming. Let's do that one more time. Gua zai tian con Fang Guang Ming. Good. Then Hao Zheng Zhu Do. Remember, those X's sound different. Can you do that with me? Hao Zheng Zhu Do. Good. Then Zhao Yang Jing. Do that last part. Zhao Yang Jing. Let's do the whole part. Hao Zheng Zhu Do Zhao Yang Jing. All right, so that's How I Wonder part that in English. Let's start here. Ready? Gua zai tian con feng guang ming. Hao zheng zhu do zhao yang jing. Sorry, guys. And then it starts all over. Yi shen, long qing qing. Men tian dou xin zhao qing qing. So let's sing the whole thing together. You ready? Yi shen, long qing qing. Men tian dou xin zhao qing qing. Gua zai tian kong fang guang ming. Hao zheng zhu do zhao yang jing. Yi shen, long qing qing. Men tian dou xin zhao qing qing. And if you speak Chinese, I hope I did. I tried, guys. I did the best I could on that one. All right, so we're going to learn about the Chinese zodiacs. You probably remember this video from when you were younger, but we are going to skip to a certain part because we're going to study the Chinese zodiacs and make some rhythms.
Always represented by one of 12 animals in the Chinese zodiac, chosen by the Jade Emperor of China centuries and centuries ago. According to legend, a long time ago in China, the Jade Emperor held a great race. The first 12 animals to reach his palace would be the winners, and they would each get a year named after them in their honor. During the race, the ox was winning until he had to cross a rushing river. The rat was right behind him and couldn't swim very well. So the kind ox let the rat ride on his back. As soon as they got to the other side, the rat jumped off and scurried to the finish line to win the race first. That's why the first year in the Chinese Zodiac calendar is the year of the rat. 11 other animals reached the palace to create the 12-year cycle of the Chinese Zodiac. It's said that the animal your birth year is named after can shape your personality and destiny. You might be honest like a dragon or smart like a monkey. When your animal takes its turn in the zodiac cycle, legend has it that your year will be full of surprises. But no matter which animal you are, everyone is excited to honor these ancient traditions, even in modern New Year celebrations. Today, Lunar New Year brings families together all over the world. In fact, billions of people travel back to their homes and families in China to feast on a delicious reunion dinner with plates and plates of homemade food. Many of the foods like egg rolls, noodles, and shrimp mean something special.
All right, so there's a little bit of a review in there, but we were looking at your zodiac signs. So we are going to go to our Zodiac webpage and figure out what your, oh my goodness, this is being silly. There we go. Okay, what your zodiac sign is and what it means. So if you are, let me see here for you guys. Okay. Thought I had it. Here we go. Okay. So if you were born in the year 2008, you would be a rat. 2009, an ox. 2010, a tiger. 2011, a rabbit. 2012, a dragon. 2013, a snake. 2014, a horse. 2015, a goat. 2016, a monkey, which none of you were born in 2016, but 2017, a rooster. 2018, a dog, and 2019, a pig. So you can use this chart to help you figure out when, based on the year you were born, it has nothing to do with your month, the year you were born. Like I was born in 1990, so I'm a horse, okay? And then we can look at this and see that depending on the year you were born, okay? So I'd say probably the majority of you are probably 2011 to 2014. So rabbit, dragon, snake, let's see. Dragon means that you are probably energetic and excitable. If you're a snake, you probably have wisdom, meaning you're smart, and you're often humorous and gifted in literature and art. Okay. If you're a rabbit, you might be sincere and you don't like conflict. You don't like it when people aren't happy. Okay, so I'm a horse. Apparently I should be warm-hearted and easygoing. I hope you agree with that. And they're overly frank with others. I 100% agree with that. So each zodiac symbol has traits to go with it. So the last thing I just want to do is let's just clap out the syllables to each one. So if you're a rat, you would go rat. Ox would be ox, but tiger is a TT. Tiger. Do that with me. Tiger. Then you've got rabbit. Rabbit. Dragon. Dragon. Snake. Then you've got horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, pig. Okay, so let's say we wanted to make a zodiac symbol rhythm. We could do rat, dragon, rabbit, snake. So if we clap that out, we would go rat, dragon, rabbit, snake, which would be ta, ti, 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 ta. Let's try a different zodiac rhythm. Let's do tiger, goat, monkey, horse. So tiger, goat, monkey, horse. Tiger, goat, monkey, horse. So that will be ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta. Tiger, goat, monkey, horse. Okay? And if we were allowed to do drums, we would totally do some drumming to this. All right, so the very last thing I want to do is just show you a little bit of being silly. A little bit of some traditional Chinese music. We're not going to listen to very much of it at all, but this is Boy's Story. I hope you enjoy. You've probably heard of them before.
自己多美梦里，全心总能马上这个效果。哇，镜子里熟悉的脸，好像又差了一点。I'm on the way up，优秀的还是在 grow up。Boy story，never ending boy story。我背着书包走在上学路上 ，never like this boy story。跑到了地点 ，keep low key，惊喜一些。不能让出入梦幻在热血里面不分对错。Monday to Sunday，从来没有空档，早餐在北京，傍晚晒在上方。看到帅的我迷掉，把我不经意的笑，那个人因为说 think to stop。Way busy，没时间看不到你的信息。Got no time, ready to sign, way busy。不是不在意，只是每天忙到让我没时间理你。
All right, I know you probably want to listen to more of that, and I apologize, but that is Boy Story. I really enjoy Boy Story. They're a popular group in China. So just real quick, let's review what we learned today. You can recall information about your composer of the week, Nie Er. You can explain what Chinese New Year is. You can keep a steady beat and sing in Chinese. You can describe Chinese music, and you can make connections to several of the videos that we watched, what we learned today, and what you celebrate at home. All right, so your assignment is just to answer the exit ticket at the end of the learning path. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I hope you have a great week.